Hi everybody, I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today let's do the star stitch. Here I have it in a solid and a variegated yarn. Very pretty, isn't it, don't you think? And here I have it in a solid. Look at those pretty stars. This is what it looks like on the front, and this is what it looks like on the back. Not as pretty, but not incredibly ugly either. So, today I'm going to be using Super Saver Stripes in Retro Stripes. It is a number 4 yarn. Let me pull some out. And I will be using a 5mm hook. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip here. If you are a tight crocheter, go up one hook size at least, because you got to stab into some stitches here, and it won't be easy if you do them really tight. So this is done in multiples of 2, and then we're going to add 4, and it is a 2-row repeat. If you would like to change colors, you would do it after the second row. So let's go ahead. Multiples of 2, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to get into this. We are going into the second chain from the hook. You never, ever, ever, ever count the loop that's on your hook. So this is the first one. This is the second one. That's the one we're going into. And all we're going to do is we're going to go in there, grab some yarn and pull it up. We're going to keep doing this until we have 6 loops. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 loops. We're going to grab our yarn, pull it through all 6 of those loops. Pull this up just a little. Grab our yarn and chain 1. So now you see we have all these little loopy loops that we've made, and we have the eye, which is right there in that chain 1 space. We're going to go into the eye, boing, grab our yarn and pull it up. Now these are the legs. We are going to go between right here. We're going to go under that very first leg right there. This is where it could be a little tricky, but we can do it. You go under there, make sure you're under both those loops. See that? I'm under both loops. Grab your yarn, pull it through there. Now, this right here, that's the base. We're going in there and grabbing. Now we have 4 loops. We need 6. So we're going to go into the next chain, grab a loop, and into the next chain and grab a loop. And now, once again, 6 loops. Grab that yarn, pull it through all 6 of those loops. Pull it up just a smidge. Chain 1. Now we've got some new legs and a new eye. Go into that eye, grab your yarn, pull it up. Go under. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? Under both legs. Ay. Go into that leg, under both loops, grab it and pull it. I made that too tight. Did you see that? And then into the base, 4 loops. We need 6. We're going into the next 2 chains, grabbing a loop into each one. Now we have 6. We don't want them tight. Sorry for the shaking. Pull that up a smidge, chain 1. Now we're going into that eye, grab our yarn, and we're going to go into that leg, under both those loops, and into the base. It's 4. And then we need 2 more, so we're going into the next 2 chains. I swear to you, I promise this first row is the most work. It is the most difficult, but it's worth it. So now we're going back into the eye. We're going to grab, pull up a loop. We're going into oh lordy, into that leg. Not to be confused with the base. See, I'm not lying to you. This first row is not fun. You know what? I'm going to start that one over because I am not happy with it. So I'm going to go into here. Then I'm going to go. There we go. Now I got that leg and the base and the next chain and the next chain. Sometimes you just got to start over and show the yarn who's boss. Pull that up just like so. Going into the eye, and we're going to go into that leg, into the base, chain, chain, 6 loops, pull it through. And you see we got 2 left, so hang on, we're almost at the end. So we're going to go back into the eye. Then we're going to go under that leg, in the base, in that chain, and into that last chain. And we're going to wrap our yarn, pull it through, chain 1, but we are not done. Now we're going to go into the eye, into the leg, into the base. And this time we're going to leave 4 loops on our chain, on our hook. Lordy. Wrap and pull all the way through. But we are not going to chain 1. We are going to chain 2 and turn our work. Now, see these spots? Let me pull that out so you can see. See this? That's the eye. You can tell because it's got a bunch of little legs under it. That's an eye. Got all those legs. That's an eye. That's an eye. That's an eye. And that's an eye. And I just want you to see those because boink, we are going to put 2 half double crochets into every one of those eyes. There's 2 into that eye. Two into that eye. And that one. that one, and my yarn is just being stubborn and not wanting to come out. Then we're going to go into that eye and put 2 in that eye. And this one. And we've got one more eye left. And we're just going to go ahead, put 2 into that one. And then right here on the very edge, we're just going to sneak one in there. Just like that. Well, it helps if I keep you in frame, doesn't it? Now, we're going to chain 3. And there we have our first set of stars done. And we are starting our repeat. So we've got our chain 3 here. 1, 2, 3. We're not counting that one. We're going to do this one and this one. We're just going to go into that chain there, grab a loop, into that next chain, grab a loop. See, we've got 3, and what do we need? 6. So we're going to go into that stitch, into the next stitch. We've got 5 loops, so we're going to go into that next stitch. There we have our 6 loops. We're going to wrap, pull through all of them, chain 1. And now we just do what we did before. An eye, a leg, a base, a stitch, and a stitch. And we've got our 6. Pull through all of them. Chain 1 to make our eye. Eye, leg, and see how much easier it is to get into the leg now? Base, stitch, stitch, wrap, and pull. Chain 1 for our eye. Eye, leg, base, stitch, stitch, wrap, pull, chain 1. Oh, I don't know what I did there. You don't wrap. Go into your eye, grab. Stab your leg, grab. Stab your base, grab. Stab that stitch, stab the next stitch. Wrap, pull through all of them, chain 1 for your eye. Now let's do it again. Let's stab that eye and grab some yarn. Stab that leg, grab some yarn. Stab that base, grab some yarn. And now we're into our last 2 stitches. Wrap, pull through all of them, chain 1. And what do we do now? That's right, a partial star. So we're going to do the eye, the leg, and the base. And we're going to pull through. But we are not going to chain 1, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And this is the second row of our repeat. This is where we do our half doubles into our eyes. So there's 1, 2. There's an eye. Gets 2 half doubles. There's an eye. Gets 2 half doubles. Grab that yarn. Another eye. That gets 2. That eye. last eye gets 2 doubles. And then somewhere in this edge, we're just going to stab our hook through, grab some yarn, and make a half double. And there you are. Those are the 2 rows that you repeat. So I'll get you started on this next one. You chain 3. You turn. Second chain from the hook. Stab and grab. Third chain from the hook. Stab and grab. First stitch. Stab and grab. Second stitch. Stab and grab. Third stitch. Stab and grab. 6 loops. Wrap, pull through, chain 1 for your eye. And then you just keep going. Eye, leg, base, stitch, stitch, wrap, pull, 1 chain for the eye. Eye, leg, base, stitch, stitch, wrap, pull, 1 chain for the eye. And you're just going to keep on continuing that until you have it as big as you want. So I'm going to do a couple more rows and I will meet you then. All right, so I actually just finished up that section of star row right there. And I wanted to show you this. If you decide that you would like to have alternating rows so that each row is a different color, or alternating each different color, whatever, what you do is on the row where you're finishing up your double crochets, on that very last one, don't finish it, leave three loops on your hook, grab your new color of yarn, pull it through, and then chain 3 for your next star row. But yeah, it was a lot easier than you thought, wasn't it? Once you get going on it, it's just that first row where you're starting those stars on that chain that it's a little bit of a, ugh, I hate you. Why are you doing this to me? But after that, it's like, oh, we can be friends. So I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and you either learned a new stitch or got reacquainted with another. And if you do enjoy this, please subscribe. I do Wednesday wrap-up on Wednesdays where I talk about things I've made, I'm going to make, I'm thinking about making, and just a lot of chit-chat. And then every Saturday I try to have some kind of a tutorial. And once in a while, there's other videos that manage to make their way in when yarn shows up at my door because it wants to live with me. So again, I thank you and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.